Welcome to the sounds of Grace, very gently snoring. Today, I don't even want to talk loud because sometimes that wakes her up. Today I'm trying 2 new products and I thought about this when I was ordering them. The new NARS liquid blushes and the new Huda blush and lip stain. I got 2 colors in each, and I was thinking, why am I doing this? It's going to be hard to do. And even as late as 10 minutes ago, I was thinking, how am I going to do this exactly? I think what I'm going to do is these on the cheeks first, and then I'm going to put on foundation and do these on the cheeks. I am wearing foundation right now. I'm not wearing anything, a little bit of concealer at the Tom Ford, and I've blended in 120 and 125 of the Ritual Defee on the skin. A little bit shiny, but I feel like I can't powder because these are liquid. So these replace the old, that's so loud, right? These are replacing the old ones, and I believe there's less product in here. So here I have Orgasm and Dolce Vita, and these are 15 ml, and here are the new ones that are 7 ml. I like this packaging better, and I didn't really use these all that much. I didn't care for Orgasm on my cheeks, but I did use it once in a while if I had a foundation that was really too yellow to pink it up. And the Dolce Vita, I also didn't really like what this did with my complexion. I didn't get the same shades. And these, by the way, are really old. Okay, these are bad. These are like creams now. So these going in the trash. The liquid has left the building. These, however, are not pumps. They are doe foots, which is an interesting choice. After hemming and hawing, I decided to get the shade Wanderlust because it looks like it's lavender, and I'm always here for lavender. And Behave. So those are the 2 colors that we're going to be working with today. And we could, this is my favorite brush. This is the Rubber 37, and it's my favorite brush for picking up liquid and cream products. I feel uncomfortable with something like this, doing it with my fingers. And let's just pull it up a little bit and get a little bit of draping. Really, really super, super subtle. I feel that if you missed this, this Lilas from the Balm Essential from Chanel, this might make you happy. So I just distribute it again in the same manner, and we'll pick it up. Same thing. Just work it in so I don't get too much. I think these lilac colors are so flattering and youthful. So there you go. Really, really like it. And actually most of it came off the brush, but I'm going to do a little paper towel job here. Yeah, nothing's coming up on the paper towel. That's really interesting. Oh. And then I'm going to go on with Misbehave on top. This will be more of the cheeky kind of color. And I did do another swatch, so I picked up more this time. I'm just going to take off the excess. I think that's a really pretty shade, and I think I will enjoy the shade all by itself. But it's a couple hours later, but the sun I think is still good. I don't have my computer in here, which is my monitor, because I'm uploading, but I wanted to put on some more foundation and show you what Behave looks like by itself. Again, I'm not putting a ton on because this is how I would normally wear it, but earlier I had put on this lavender one, and then I added this to the cheeks, and you can't get a fair idea of what that looks like. I'm going to add a little bit more, and I wouldn't normally do it like that. In fact, I put it on my hand and picked it up with a beauty blender initially. But I think it's a really pretty color. color. I may have put on too much that I thought deserved a little more attention. I did put on too much, but even though I don't like to wear this much blush, I think it's helpful for you guys to see what the color really looks like. And I love it. I really love it. It has such a fresh look to it. I'm going to do a little bit of powdering because the shine might be a teeny bit distracting. I like these two together. Super fresh. Okay, so that's my first time trying these. First impressions. I like these. They are more colors. I think there's 6 colors, but they're half the product. But these have totally turned into a cream. Well, this one not so much, but this one, look at that. In the trash for you. Now let's talk about these. These also come in, I think, 6 colors. I think 6 colors, and I got 2. And yeah, this is called Rosy, and this is called Apricot. It looks lilac. But here's what's so strange. These 2 products, a little different than each other. We're going to put them on the lips first, then I'll put on some more foundation, and we'll put them on the cheeks. But check out this doe foot. So in the center, on both the front and the back, seems to be where the product is. And then on the sides, it's red. But when I put this on last night, that's kind of how it went on. I will say this, if you have dead skin on your lips, it's going to look like this brown instead of something rosy. So it was kind of brownish on the sides over here, and then bright rosy right here. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the model online, which is different. These are matte and said to be long lasting. So let's give it a go and see what we get. I actually put this on already today. So yeah, it's going on with a little bit of brownness. It's not too bad today. It was interesting because what I got yesterday with that dry skin, which I kind of peeled off, was an ombre. Now these kinds of products can be very drying. I don't find it to be uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I'm very sensitive about things on my lips. It doesn't feel heavy, and it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I have to put a gloss on, or I have to put a balm on. But this color doesn't seem to be the same color that it is online. Not that I don't like it, because I kind of do. Let me put on some more foundation, and we're going to try it on the cheek. Okay, I put a little foundation on, but I need it to set up for a little bit, and I don't want to powder it before I go on with these. But the lip, I think it's a very pretty color. I might actually like to have something like this. I kind of like it better, actually, now. We're going to have to get some makeup remover or put some foundation on my lips before we put it on the other. But first, let's put this on the cheek. For the cheek, I'm going to do what I say you shouldn't do. And just go in immediately. Oh, where's my brush? This is not good. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Where's my brush? I don't know where my brush is. I'm going to do this. This is super pretty. I'm just going to put a little concealer on my lips because, yes, it has stained. Let's go in with the Apricot. Now I want to show you this. See, the doe foot is completely covered in this one, and I went in and out. In and out. Mama's got a squeeze box daddies. Something at night. And it still didn't cover. What do you think? It's like an earthy orange. It's not a bright orange on the lips. So that's the color right there. And that's the Apricot, and let's do the Rosy. And this is the Rosy. So interesting. Just a little bit confusing with the doe foot, with the color of the applicator. But I really, really like this. I did put this on top of Rosy yesterday, and I really liked it. It was vibrant and summery. Okay, I'm just not sure. And we're going to do the orange on this side. Oranges are not what dreams were made of when it comes to me and face products. You know, I don't like foundation that's orange, and so blushes that have orange to them kind of not my thing. I can do apricots though. It's pretty subtle. You know, I might not wear it with this much color, but it gives you a better idea of what the color is, I hope. And let's put on some more of the Behave so you can see better what that is. And I want to hear from you guys below which you prefer, because it's so weird that there's both of these kinds of products. They're similar products coming out at the same time. Color-wise, I really like this color. Now there might have been something else on this brush. So this is the NARS Behave, and this is the Wanderlust. And this is the Rosy in the Huda and the Apricot in Huda. I think for me, I prefer the NARS warm color over this warm color. This is kind of hard for me. I mean, I look at it right now and I think it's kind of pretty. Let's powder, because that makes a difference. First of all, I think I've shown that you can do, if you're in a hurry, you can do a makeup look just with foundation and blush, right? I don't know. This is the one I'm drawn to, and this is the one I'm afraid of, but I'm looking at it in the camera and thinking, this is not bad for an orangey color. It might be really, really nice in the summertime for something really super vibrant. And now I have the orange base. I'm going to go over it with this. So last night I had this on as my base and went over with the orange, and I loved it. And look how the lip looks. This is such an unusual look because it's matte, but it's not making my lips look crinkly or dehydrated, even though you would think that it would. And it's just almost like a blotted look, but it's a blotted look that will stay for a long time. Kind of pretty together, right? So you guys, I finished and I went in the other room to try to figure out, you know, what was I going to do, because I had one color on one side and one color on the other side. And it occurred to me, something occurred to me that you probably have observed. This is in a lavender container. And when I put it on my hand, initially it looks brown. Like, what is this? But it gets lavender, like if you work it in, okay. But on my lip, it doesn't ever really get there. I took off the best I could with micellar water, what I have. But look at how that stain. I really like this, and the reviews online were not very good. That goes on one color. It is called Rosy. I feel that, call me crazy, I feel that it looks different. On the cheek it looks more lavender, on the lip it looks more rosy, and sometimes rosy brown. If you have some skin that is kind of not so great, it will gather there and not turn into this pink color, but will be brown, which I kind of didn't mind. It's a very interesting little product. So I just kind of have to decide, since I feel like in the end what I ended up getting was 2 lavenders and 2 oranges, or I didn't even think that this color here was an orange. So let's do one more swatch of this, because I'm kind of confused. I thought this was a pinky color. It's pinky, right? But you could say it's pink with a little bit of warmth to it, a warm pink. And I really, really like this. So I'll be playing around with these some more to figure out, do I want to keep all 4 of them? Because that seems wasteful and I don't have a lot of space. And but because the Huda goes on the lips, I kind of like the way the lip looks. It's so interesting, especially since the reviews were so terrible online. I think it looks pretty. Okay, thanks for hanging out. Ciao.